Greetings. Welcome to Little Discovery Corner. It's Sunday, and today I think I'll start with my new Akashic Tarot deck. Now, from what I understand, the Akashic records are basically the spiritual equivalent of depth psychology. So, I figured it'd be a fun tarot deck for Sundays. Let's see what we get. Oh. Two of Roses, Winged Messengers. Alright. That kind of tells me about two parties. It's like they're trying to communicate with each other, but they can't in real life. So they're just kind of doing so through their spirit team, telepathically kind of thing. And it could be like they're not meeting, so it's like two ships sailing and then passing in the night, or could also be, messages from your higher self. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oracle of Delphi. That's about listening to your soul, listening to your inner heart, your raw, authentic, vulnerable self, and what it wants. Oh, Eight of Forces, Lightning Bolt. This is kind of like the tower in traditional tarot, and for me, it speaks to like an epiphany, like lightning strikes, light bulb goes on, eureka moment. That kind of like, maybe it's caused by a storm, or it comes amidst a storm. You realize something in the middle of like a dramatic situation, a contentious situation, or it causes you to realize something, and that's like storm clouds of realization open up over your head, and you realize kind of something sad, like you have to walk away from something or break something off or break someone's heart. Queen of Roses, and maybe I think you're wanting to follow guidance from your higher self. You realize that about something you've realized and communicate with this Queen of Roses. Okay, what do I feel like doing next? Oh, go with me. What's blocking you? Excuses. You have so many reasons that it never works out. Find reasons that it can work. Okay, so that kind of lines up with what I'm getting from this. Was like two energies wanting to communicate, but the ships are just kind of passing in the night. They're not coming together in real life because of excuses you could be telling yourself. And this also kind of gives me the energy of the High Priestess, which could tie in with this. Like, this is kind of like the Queen of Cups. This could be an energy you're thinking of, an external energy, if not your own higher self that you're trying to communicate with. You can't fix someone. They have to want to change. Accept them or let them go. Okay. You could be focused on whether or not you can change someone, get someone to act the way you want them to act. And you might have to learn to let go of that idea. And the broken mirror kind of ties in with this lightning bolt. Like the rosy picture you've painted for yourself in a certain situation in your life has kind of shattered. The glass is cracked. You're seeing a situation more authentically, less romantically, and you realize something needs to end, or you need to let something go, like a fixation on maybe you have someone on a pedestal, and that's part of why you're making excuses not to communicate. You may be feeling intimidated, or like or you telling yourself you can't fix them, you can't get them to change for you. Rushing. You can't hurry love, the right one is coming in perfect divine timing. Okay. It's like you want to rush towards this energy. Okay. Okay, so I think this epiphany is about a situation in your own life that you were trying to fix, and you're coming to a realization that you can't fix it, and it's time to, sweep all this debris into a dustpan and let it go. And you wanting to follow, if this isn't another energy, then this is your higher self. You're trying to communicate with you about walking away from a situation, and you've been making excuses. And perhaps one of your excuses is that, something better can't come along. It would take too long, or it would never come. All right, let's see what else can I pull. Maybe the higher self kind of fits. Divine timing on the bottom there, which fits in with the rushing. Strength, okay. Find strength to do what you need to do, whether it's walking away from a situation or walking towards another situation, working towards something else. Balance. All right. Listening to your higher self and accepting things that you're realizing is all about coming into balance, and following those messages from yourself and from the universe will help you do that. You are not alone. Okay. If you feel like you're trapped in a certain situation or scared to change, tell yourself you're not alone. Sometimes I even imagine my higher self as a separate person who can pat me on the back or give me a hug. It's a definitely helpful exercise, and it is a way to help instill a sense of self-love, self-care, and an independent emotional foundation. Perspective. Higher self, conscious, subconscious. All right. This definitely tells me about, this has come up before, seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from a higher perspective, and understanding that your subconscious probably drives like 80% of your thought process and your motivations without you realizing it consciously. And so meditating, clearing your mind, trying to see things from a different perspective can help you get in touch with your subconscious and what your higher self is trying to tell you and where it's trying to lead you. All right, I have not pulled out my shadow work card game in a little while, so I will go with that next. All right, part one. All right, part one, identifying. Childhood activities. What activities did you enjoy as a child? What does this reveal about your inner child? Okay, what did I enjoy? It's a good question. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I enjoyed a lot of tomboy activities as a child, but I grew up with a lot of little boys my age, so I was trying to fit in, and I found they're fun, more enjoyable to me. Like playing sort of a cops and robbers type of thing, wrestling and adventuring in the woods. What does it reveal about my inner child? Maybe kind of part of me is very adventurous, wants to explore. Integrating. I am worthy and deserving of love and acceptance just as I am. Okay, that's something a lot of us have a hard time wrapping our heads around, because many of us are taught to reject certain parts of ourselves. Like whenever you were told, stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about, or anytime your pain was invalidated, basically you were being conditioned to reject those parts of yourself. And for many of us, getting like positive attention, affection, praise was contingent on executing a certain task, behaving a certain way, achieving certain accomplishments. And so many of us were conditioned to believe that love is conditional. It depends. It's transactional. Yeah, I do this activity, or I act this certain way, and then I receive love. I guess you could ask yourself, was there any childhood activities that tie into the problem of believing you are unworthy and undeserving of love? Like, was there any hiding you did, any activities you tried to keep hidden because you thought they would be rejected? Something to think about. Guess I'll close out with one of my philosopher's cards. And the Queen of Roses could just also mean, if it's not an external energy, it could just mean like perspective and balance, having strength to balance out, and having the perspective to understand, say, the need for emotional fulfillment, and pouring love into yourself, and a stronger emotional foundation, which includes maybe the need to walk away from something that can't be fixed. Okay, I'll go with this one. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Ernest Hemingway. Has shaming myself for making mistakes ever been an effective strategy? Okay, that ties in with childhood and worthiness. Is that something you developed? Is that like a subconscious habit you may have developed over the years? Is there something in your upbringing that conditioned you to feel shame over, say, being expressive of emotions, being expressive of, say, vulnerability, or opening up with accountability over, say, a mistake you've made? Or is it like unmanly to admit to wrongdoing? Do you feel like it makes you a smaller person to have to do that, admit to something, for example? And were there stories in your childhood which conditioned you to believe that about yourself? You're not sure you're worthy and deserving of love and acceptance just as you are. Okay, I think that'll be good for today. I hope that has helped somebody out there. I will see you next time.